How's it going, everybody? CJ here, back in another video. We're doing another first thoughts today. Remember, if you enjoy these videos and you want to support the channel, links down below. Check us out on Patreon. You can join us on the Discord, play some games with us. Just got an affiliate link with TCG Player. If you want to buy any cards that I talk about in this video, if you want to build in these decks, go through the affiliate link down below when you buy your cards so you can help support the channel. It's free for you and it helps me. So we're going to hop into this. We're doing a first thoughts on a couple different commanders today. Just this video is about some of the new Zendikar Rising commanders that really didn't stand out to me as amazing commanders, or was just very generic. So we got stuff. We got Zareth San, the Trickster. We're gonna be doing Drana, Linvala, and Tazri. So we'll start off with Zareth San. Zareth San is basically like ninjutsu, but it can only be ninjutsu'd from your hand. Like, that's what his activated ability looks to be. And so it's okay. But it does get you, when it hits, it can reanimate any permanent. So that's really nice. Any permanent from your opponent's graveyards. So you're going to be wanting to play a lot of mill cards, something like Mesmeric Orb. Bruvak might be good in this deck. Like, it's going to be blue-black mill with being able to reanimate their permanents. Like, any good permanents out of there. Maybe like Gyruda. That would be cool in this deck. You're going to need some evasive creatures. So, because of the way that it works with ninjutsu, it doesn't have any evasion whatsoever, other than being able to swap in for a creature that's attacking and unblocked. So throw in some small evasive creatures, that way you can switch them in and get the hit and reap the benefits of the opponent's graveyard. You can throw in like Command Beacon, because this is an ability that you can only activate from your hand. So Command Beacon will take your commander from your graveyard, from your command zone into your hand, so you can activate it from your hand. It's really, really annoying that you can't activate it from the command zone, but oh well. I don't see this being an amazing commander. It's very similar to like Ink Eyes, I guess, except it has blue, but it's harder to hit. Ninjutsu is just a better mechanic. I mean, it's a very, very similar mechanic. Like, Yuriko is going to end up being a very similar deck, and I think Yuriko is just a better option. Except this, instead of having big CMC spells like Yuriko, this will have mill cards. It's interesting, but not a card that I'm going to think about building. Not something I'm going to do. Next I want to talk about Drana. This card I don't like. The fact that it says your opponent chooses makes it so much worse. So it's a 5-mana card that doesn't have haste. Needs to make combat damage on an opponent to be able to activate the ability, which lets your opponent pick a creature from your graveyard to put into play. It's The best way to play this is cards that let you exile cards from your own graveyard. Like, select a few, like a card that lets you select cards in your graveyard to exile. So delve cards work really well in this deck. Escape cards, throw in like Cling to Dust. That'll work pretty good. But there's definitely other cards out there, but I don't think it's worth the research for me to figure out the exact cards, just because I don't think this deck's going to be played much. I don't think she's going to be an amazing commander. She's probably better off in the 99 than leading the way. The next commander I want to talk about is Linvala. Linvala does not seem like a good commander. Not at all. I mean, it seems like the party thing, just to be able to tap stuff down, is very not great. The best part about this is that you can sacrifice her to give hexproof or indestructible. And that's why I think this card is going to be one of the best cards to throw into like Sisei, whether like Captain or any Legendaries Matters decks. It's just a very good protection card. So I think it goes in the 99. Like, it's very good in the 99, not good as a commander. Similar to Drana, but I think this one even more so. I think this one's better than Drana in the 99, and probably worse than Drana in the command zone. And then I want to talk about, last but not least, Tazri. This card I could have done like a 50-minute video on, But instead, I'm just going to throw it into here and not go very in depth on it because it's just a tribal card. And it can be tribal clerics, tribal rogues, tribal warriors, tribal wizards, tribal allies, or tribal changelings. Any of those. And so I could go in depth for tribal clerics, tribal rogues, tribal wizards, whatever. But I'm not going to do that. That's way too much work for this. It's really not worth my time. It's just it's going to be a lot of repeated cards, except it's going to be very specific. And then also very specific cards to like each individual tribe. But it's a tribal commander. It's similar to Morophon, but more specific. The best part about this is that it works very well with rogues or allies. It's a very good ally commander, which seems like it could be a fun commander to build. Like I am considering if I pull it, then I'll probably build an ally deck. If I don't pull it, then I'm not going to do it. It's just another one of those 5-color commanders for whatever tribes you need. It's just like a place filler. It's another one of those place filler commanders. It's meh. But one of the cool things that it can do is it can grab like tribal instants and sorceries and stuff like that. Tribal permanents. So like knowledge exploitation. That's a card. That's a tribal rogue spell. Tribal rogue sorcery. Which you can grab off of it, which is pretty cool. But otherwise, there's nothing else really that stands out to me about this card. It's just a very generic tribal deck. So yeah, that's what I've got for Tazri. So that's what I got for these. What was it? 4 commanders? I think it was just 4. Yes, these 4 commanders. That's all I have to say about them. Tazri seems like the best one to build. He's just very generic as a tribal deck. Very similar to Morophon. Just like he can be a tribal commander for a bunch of different tribes, and that's about it. And he's probably the best one for a few of them just because he's 5-color. So, yeah. And then Drana and Linvala, just not good commanders in my opinion. And Zareth San also very mediocre. There's just better commanders in Zareth San. Like if you want to do Mill, you can do Fanex, you can do Bruvak. There's better ones. If you want to do like the ninjutsu type of thing, Yuriko. If you want to do steal your opponent's stuff, Gyruda might be better. Like just Gyruda and Flicker cards. I just don't think he's that great. So that's what I got for them. If you guys think that I am heavily underestimating any of these cards, please comment down below. Let me know what you think. If you're going to build Tazri, let me know which tribe you're going to build Tazri for. And like this video if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed yet. And if you want to support the channel, check us out on Patreon. And if you want to buy any of the cards I talked about in this video, the affiliate link down below. TCG Players, always a very cheap site to buy from. It's a good one. Do that. And we will see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody.